Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I am, as always, Mr. Milk, and welcome to Skyrim Rags to Riches. We will be starting a series playing as Rislav the Rich, a man who isn't quite that rich, but very poor. And the goal is to buy the most expensive house in the game in Solitude. To do so, we'll need to accumulate 25,000 gold. And we'll need to do so by, right now, farming. However, it's not a very lucrative way of gaining money, but we sell it anyways. After the farming fiasco, we generate enough money to buy ourselves some shoes. And also a knife for hunting later on in the day. After jumping around for joy like an insane person, we decide to take our knife and boots to the test by going out hunting. We're not successful at first. A lot of deer manage to slip past us, but we do manage to find the odd skeever here or there. We managed to also find a few mud crabs here or there, and they're generally pretty weak, so we managed to take what we need off of them, and we find some cute plants along the way. After fending off a wolf attack, we were actually aided by a random orc fellow who happened along by. After we kill the wolf and take the belongings off of him, we decide to talk to him and ask if he wants anything.
The finest skooma, the sweetest moon sugar, at a fair price, of course.
Now, if Rislav knows skooma, which unfortunately he does, he doesn't want to become a skooma addict again, and cuts his losses and decides to go hunting a bit more. So, after we take out a few more animals and take the pelts off of them, we decide to return to the city and go farming a bit more. And then, once we finish up the rest of the farming and selling the goods, we decide to buy some ingredients for food and cook up a nice venison chop.
I'll show you to your room, right this way. Life's hard enough with all these men propositioning me, but that bard is the worst.
So after getting some much-needed rest, we run into a woman named Carlotta Valentina who needs help with a certain stuck-up bard, and we decide to help her and hopefully get some money for our trouble.
If it's a lady you're looking for, you best look elsewhere. Once Mikhail gets them, they're got.
After failing to convince Mikhail to leave Carlotta alone, we're forced to engage in a fist fight with him, but we actually do a good job and manage to punch him straight into a wall.
You win. On my honor, Carlotta won't have to worry about me ever again.
When we give Carlotta the good news, she's actually quite generous, and gives us quite a bit of money. Rislav decides to use his newfound gold and buy a nice hunting bow for better hunting, and just a few arrows. Rislav takes the bow to the test, and we do manage to get some good shots on some deer, but they seem to always run off before we can actually finish them off and take their pelts. Wolves seem to be the easiest of our prey simply because they're weak and they actually want to kill Rislav, and they'll always charge after him. But we do actually manage to find one deer that was very aggressive towards us and just started charging at us. Rislav had never had a heart attack before, but he could swear he almost felt one right there. After a couple hours, we actually do manage to get some really nice shots in on some deer, and, well, we could never be more proud of Rislav for his hunting capabilities right then and there. So we decided to go back to Whiterun after a long days of hunting and adventuring and, well, mainly hunting. Rislav is no adventurer, he's simply just a man. While hunting, Rislav managed to accumulate many ingredients that he decided to turn into potions to sell to the local alchemy shop, and managed to accumulate quite the wealth. And after making some money, we decided to turn in for the night.
If it's work you need, how about chopping up some wood for the fires?
So Hulda from the Bannered Mare offered us some work to chop some wood for the fires, and we graciously take the work because, well, the goal of the series is to make a bunch of money to buy the house in Solitude.
Honest gold for honest work.
So Rislav decides to buy a few more arrows and go hunting, but while we were off hunting, we encountered the Thalmor. Now, Rislav isn't a political man, but he knows that the Thalmor are, well, pretty racist to put it mildly. But he steers clear because he's no warrior or anything like that. After a bit of hunting, we encounter a Khajiit monk by the look of it named Maik the Liar that has some pretty interesting things to say to our hero Rislav.
Snow falls. Why worry where it goes? Mike thinks the snowflakes are pretty. Much snow in Skyrim. Enough snow. Mike does not want any more.
Maik proceeds to tell us that he's tired with us, and we eventually go on our way, even though it was quite rude. And we find some more mud crabs, and some more wolves, and some more deer, and we do what Rislav always does, and shoots them with his bow and arrow. After shooting armies of mud crabs, we decide to do a little bit of fishing, although fishing is putting it mildly, because there is no actual fishing mechanic in Skyrim. But we decide to do what the bears do and just catch them with our bare claws, or in this case hands, and look like an absolute psychopath while doing it. Rislav pretty much spends almost the entire day doing a bit of hunting there, a bit of hunting over there, but what comes next is quite shocking. He finds a dog, and then that's when disaster strikes.